Game Kings, the definition of game, documentary, coming soon. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, in this video, I wanted to talk about how being in love with a woman is the worst. Okay? It's the fucking worst. Right? So, what am I even talking about here? Now, I did a video, probably I think last year, where I was talking about how men shouldn't, be in love with women. Meaning that, when I say in love, what I'm talking about is, you being like extremely infatuated with a chick, you're head over heels for this chick. You're all emotional about, this woman that you don't even really know like that. Cause when you're in love with a chick, it's more so you're caught up emotionally about mainly superficial shit. You understand? You're just like, you're all over the place. You can't stop thinking about this girl, probably the sex is really good. You think she's hot and all this other stuff. So now you're like, oh, I'm in love with this girl. She's the one, and you can't stop thinking about her and all this other crazy shit, right? And the reason why I'm saying that it's the worst is because as a man, you're not supposed to be in love. You're supposed to be focused. You understand? Because when you're in love, what happens is that you're unfocused on you, and you're unfocused on what you actually need to do in your goddamn life. You understand? Now, this is the thing. There's a difference between being in love and actually loving a woman. So now, what I want to say is that it's cool to love a woman. You understand? That's all cool. But to be in love is the worst. Because what happens is that when you're in love and you're unfocused, you're not on top of your game. And then you get caught up in the woman. You understand? And a lot of times what will happen is that you get so caught up and you get so attached to this chick that you forget who the hell you are. Because you're so focused on the situation you're in with this woman. Does she like me? Does she not like me? Is this gonna continue? How come she hasn't called me today? And this and this and that. So you're all over the fucking place. You understand? And then you start, feeling all this turmoil and shit within you, and you're just on some dumb shit. See, now, the thing is, when I was talking about, loving a chick, see, when you love a chick, this is a woman that you care for deeply. You understand what I'm saying? This is more of a chick that you know. You understand? This is a chick that, you've been through some shit with. You understand? So, like, for example, like, I love my wife. You understand? I love my girl. You understand? We've been through shit. Right? So I have a love for them. You understand? But a lot of times what will happen is that you guys, you meet a chick and you're so sprung because you have, no fucking experience with dealing with chicks in general. So the first hot chick you see that gives you some play, who's being nice to you, you're all in love. You understand what I'm saying? You're all over the place. And so when that chick disappoints you or breaks your heart and all this other shit, right? Now you're losing your goddamn mind. Right? You got dudes ready to commit suicide because they was in love with some chick and she didn't want to see him no more. She didn't want to fuck with him no more. So now he's, it's a wrap. You understand? See, when you love a chick, right? Not being in love with a chick, but when you love a chick, what happens is that the way you're seeing the situation is more practical. Because of course the emotion's gonna be there because you love the chick, but it's a little bit more practical. It's not this like, you know, puppy love, crush, infatuation shit. It's more grounded. You understand? Like you can love your chick and not like her at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Or be pissed off at her at the moment. Right? Because you're grounded in reality. But when you're in love with a chick, she could do no wrong. You understand? Like, she's perfect. You know what I mean? Like, anything she does or says, you know, it's great. And if it seems like it's something bad, you got an excuse for her. Like, oh, well, maybe this and maybe that. But the thing is, you know, when you love a chick, right, it's more grounded in reality and you're actually, you know, seeing things for what it is. So you can properly focus and interact with her the way things need to be. You understand? So ain't nothing wrong with loving a chick, but you don't want to be in love with a woman because it's the fucking worst. See, the thing with loving a chick though is, and this, you got to watch out for this, is that when you love a girl, you know, you can get kind of vulnerable sometimes though. That's the thing. That's, you know, if there's any downside to loving a chick is that, you know, sometimes you feel a little vulnerable because you care for her, because you have those feelings for that chick that you love, right? What happens is that, you know, you're a little bit more softer in certain situations dealing with her, right? And so what happens is that softness, right? A lot of times, not all the times, but a lot of times, it sort of like chips away at that masculine essence because you're being very like, you know, you're being a little bit too soft right there, but that's because you love the chick. You feel what I'm saying? You know, those feelings is creeping in on different occasions and you feel a certain type of way about certain things, right? But even within that, you're able to assess the reality of the situation, take a step back and see what's happening in the situations you have with these women, you know, when you love them, and be able to act accordingly at the end of the day. But when you are in love with the chick, when you're just like fucking, you know, like walking on air because you just, this girl is so amazing and oh my God, you know, you're just basically, you know, just infatuated at that point. You know, your emotions are going crazy at that point. And so you're on that high. And then if shit don't work out or she does something you don't like or she plays you or whatever it is, you know, that fall is crazy. You feel what I'm saying? So you're up top, you're on the clouds, and then when shit don't go down, you know, you're falling flat on your face and you're all fucked up. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's that superficial sort of energy being in love. See, what you got to understand is, see, women fall in love. You understand? Which is why women get hurt so much. Think about this. You ever notice that where you always hear women talking about, oh, I can't find a man, this and this and that. But then also you hear women complaining about, oh, you know, this guy broke my heart and all you guys are dogs and all you want is sex and this and this and that. And what happens is women, what they do is they fall in love. They meet a man. And what happens is that if the guy is a guy that they like, they start to, you know, get attached quickly. They're like, oh, he's awesome. He's everything that I want in a guy. He's the one and all this other shit. And so they're falling in love with this dude because, you know, the way that women do things is that when they're first picking a guy, choosing a guy to fuck with, right? They're choosing the guy that they think is that most attractive out of the bunch. And then they're looking at his personality and they're like, okay, like, you know, he's cool. you know, he's sexy, he's awesome, whatever it is. And so they blow up or they inflate the fucking characteristics and make him seem larger than life. And so now she's all smitten by this dude. But what will happen is that a lot of times these guys that they meet, you know, don't live up to the expectation because the expectation a lot of times is unrealistic. And then the woman is left there like feeling heartbroken because this guy was inconsistent, this guy was flaky, this guy played her, this guy ended up fucking with some other chick or whatever it is. And now she's heartbroken because she fell in love with this dude. She was all infatuated. She was, you know, on cloud 9, right? But then what happened was that when she saw the reality of the situation, right, she got her heart broken. She fell on her ass. You know, now men ain't shit and all this other stuff. You understand? So even for women, falling in love is the worst in a lot of situations. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the point I'm trying to make is that, you know, women more often will do that. And which is why they get hurt so often, which is why they're so guarded, which is why they, you know, because like, for example, a woman, she'll be on Tinder and she'll swipe left on damn near everybody. And then she finally finds like a few guys she wants to swipe right on. And so she puts, again, even just with that activity, she puts so much emphasis on this one dude or these two dudes or whatever, this small amount of guys, right? And then what happens is that she's projecting her fantasy of what she expects that guy to be. And now that she's done all that, now that, you know, that all that is in place, she's in love. You understand? But the thing about being in love is that it is superficial. There's no depth to it, which is why a lot of times the shit crumbles and people get fucked up in the game. So this is what I'm telling you guys. You know, being in love with a woman is the worst. Like, don't even bother. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when you meet chicks, you understand? You know, get to know they ass, right? You can have sex, hook up, and have all the fun you want. But really get to know them. You understand what I'm saying? Take some time to see who you fucking with. You feel what I'm saying? And what will happen is that you'll find a woman here and there that you'll realize that you actually love. You feel what I'm saying? Which is a totally different thing than being in love. And even for, you know, some ladies are listening to this video, because I have some ladies on the low that be listening to my shit, take time with men too. Stop fucking falling in love every 2 fucking seconds. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, just understand that when it comes to you dealing with these ladies, guys, you got to make sure that you are not sitting there falling in love, because that shit is the motherfucking worst. Now, before you go, make sure you click the link below to get your free copy of the audio program, Undeniable Game. This program is going to teach you 7 easy-to-follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. In this audio program, you'll learn exactly what you need to do to become that confident man women are attracted to. You'll also learn what you must do to become better at approaching and talking to women. You'll learn why women don't return your calls and what to do to increase the chances of women returning your calls. You also learn the only time you should call or text a woman. You'll learn how to start conversations with women. You'll learn the mindset you must have to be successful with women. You'll also learn the main thing you need to do to figure out if a woman is really interested in you, and much more. So make sure you click the link below to get your copy today.